Hi, I'm Adam and I run Kadam's edits, and yes, I realise that all the figures on the shelf over there are fallen down, but that's because I bumped into the cabinet the other day and I'm scared of opening the door because they're all currently leaning against the door. I'll get around to it eventually, like Zero, Time Force and Lightspeed. This is what I look like. I started this when I was 12 and I thought, you know what, the internet's a dark and scary place, so I will just not call my channel Adam 1991, I'll call it Kadam 1991. No one will ever know it's me. I wasn't even born in 1991. I'll start with a nice, easy question. I'm not sure whether this question means who's my favourite ranger or what's my favourite series. Just answer both. My favourite ranger is, Rangers Gem and Gemma. I adore them with all my heart. There's something about their childlike glee that just makes me really happy. And my favourite series, it's either Ninja Storm. No, it's definitely Ninja Storm actually, no it isn't. I started watching when Lightspeed was on TV, and I loved it, obviously. And then Time Force and Wild Force, I was very into it. But I think Ninja Storm was at the peak of my enjoyment of the series when I was little. Not to say that I didn't enjoy anything that came after it, because I was trying to be cool. Oh, I don't like Power Rangers, I'm in high school now. Oh, and then eventually, you know, you just learn to not care anymore. And now I've got this, so. Do I watch Super Sentai? I do watch Super Sentai. I started watching Sentai in 2005 when I got my first Magic Ranger DVDs with Hong Kong subs. They were rough, but I thought they were official when I would have been 11 in 2005. I thought they were official. And I would say my favourite series is, oh god, what's my favourite series? I love Go Busters, I love Kyoryuger. Lupin vs. Pat. No, this is it. Magic Ranger is my favourite. Not just because I watched it first, but probably just because of the whole sibling bond of the team. I don't think there's a character in the show that I don't like. You've done an opening for Gaim lately. Would you consider doing other openings for Riders Sentai? Yes. I initially did my Gaim opening because I had a specific set of visuals in my head. It's near the end of the opening and it's those shots of the riders and smoke. I had that in my brain. I got all the raw footage and I transcribed, that's not the right word, but I put all the Japanese text in, ready to put my clips in, and then I lost interest. And then a few months later I came back and I just did it in about 2 days straight. Yes, that happens a lot. I find those openings a lot more difficult because Power Rangers uses clips from the show. Always clips from the show. Whereas Kamen Rider and Sentai are usually quite more abstract with their visuals. More so Kamen Rider, they have a lot of symbolism of clips that are specifically filmed for the opening. So I want to stay true to that in some way, but also I can't because I can't just make my own footage. Like it has to come from somewhere. So TLDR, I have plans, but they might not come to fruition soon. They might turn up eventually, they might turn up unannounced. They'll just appear in the ether. What program do you use to get rid of the timestamp for Sentai footage? This is from the A Games 10. See, in my brain I always read it as the A Games 10, but then I had this epiphany that it was the A Game, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense. As an example, I'm going to use this shot from Ninja. So first what you want to do is duplicate the shot and use one of them as a base and then another that you use to create a mask with. Draw a mask from somewhere in the shot that has a similar background to where the timestamp is. Move it over, add some feather till you get it right. Maybe you might have to scale it up, scale it down. You don't feather too much because that will reveal the timestamp. You can see here that a Bashabot's weapon creep into frame. But a good way to get rid of this is to freeze frame the mask so it's just a still of the sky and then skip through to make sure nothing's obscured by the mask. Then you've got your shot. There are some shots that take hours, but generally it's the same principle. Just find somewhere in the shot that has a similar texture, place that over the mask, and then it's just about messing with all the bits and pieces until it all comes together. Will you make alternate trailers for Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel? I have plans. Currently got all of the voice clips I want to use on a timeline, but I haven't got any music or any clips. So I haven't found a structure for the trailer yet, but it will come in time. Will you make any more alternate openings for the rest of the seasons? Might Morphin, Alien, Zeo, Lightspeed, Time Force, Wild Force when you have time. Wild Force, I've done that now. Take that one off. I have plans. They will turn up eventually. And I also have plans to do some re-edits of some of my older videos. I'll let you figure out which ones need to be updated. Are you going to make Beast Morpher edits? Yes, I am. I love GoBusters, so I'm excited to use that footage in some way. If you can't find a series font, you use one that looks similar. I generally like to go with my own fonts. I don't usually like to take the series fonts, just because I don't. Same with the clips, because the question is also, well, if you decide what clips to use. I don't really like to use the same clips they do. At least not in the same context. I like to change it up as much as I can. Sometimes that's not possible. Sometimes there are clips that I need to use to tell the story. Sometimes if I can't find a font, sometimes I can't find an alternate font that fits the feel. Like with Wild Force, I wanted to use a completely different font. But I couldn't find any like jungly animal kind of fonts that weren't completely hokey, and so I just used the same one that Wild Force used because I already had it in my library. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you wish for sound effectless versions of some songs? Oh my god. Ninja Steel has been a nightmare. I was so glad when Super Ninja Steel came out, because then I had another version of the song with different sound effects, so I could sort of mesh the two sound affected versions together to create a new version. If that made any sense. Same with Wild Force. I wish I had a clean version of Wild Force, because there are some parts where I'm restrained to using certain clips because they have sound effects and there's no other version except for the Disney version that is just, we don't need to think about that one. What advice would you give to someone wanting to make their own van openings? Now, I've been trying to think of something inspiring to say for a while now. I haven't got anything. Biggest advice I probably have is to not follow the rules, I guess. Especially recent series. The openings have broken a lot of traditions that used to be in Disney series. Like when the formula was... It was a formula. Get to near the end and there'd be an explosion shot and then the logo. The band came back. As much as I despised it, they had the bit where the characters shouted out their own names. Horrific, really. But it was different. But my main point is, you can try something different with yours. Try whatever you want. Don't think that, oh, this parent is opening, this is how they do it. Just go for it. Maybe more technical advice. Make sure you have enough room on your laptop. Because a number of times I tried to render and it's been like, no, there's no more room. Gosh, delete something. Sure, spell check. Oh my god, spell check. Yeah, I'm not really good with advice. I think that's everything. I'm hungry. I need to go eat something. If you want another Q&A, let me know. Send me more questions. Or you can just tweet me your questions and maybe I'll just answer. I hope you have a good day, wherever you are, whoever you are. Thanks for watching.